is Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to place the sleeve stitches on hold using a piece of scrap yarn and how to join the sleeves to the body part. The first thing I need to do is to divide the stitches of the body part by two. One part will be the front part and one part will be the back part of the sweater. And now I am going to calculate how many stitches I will place on hold for the armhole. According to my calculations, I will need 16 stitches in total for the armhole, but because I will get 8 stitches from the body part and 8 stitches from the sleeve, I will place 8 stitches on hold for each armhole on the body part of the sweater, so 16 stitches in total. Here I am going to prepare the stitches that I'm going to use for the armhole. I am going to put some stitches on hold in order to use them later for my armhole. So what I'm going to do first is to use a stitch marker to mark the end of the round. So here is my end of the round and I'm going to place a stitch marker here. Now what I will do is to take a tapestry needle and a piece of scrap yarn in order to place my stitches on hold. There are other ways to do it, of course. You can use a stitch holder or another needle or even a safety pin. Now I'm going to use a piece of scrap yarn, and what I'm going to do is to count the number of the stitches that I need for my armhole and place half of my stitches before the stitch marker and the rest after the stitch marker. For this armhole I am going to need 8 stitches from the body part, so I am going to use 4 stitches before the stitch marker and 4 stitches after the stitch marker. So I insert my needle through the stitches before the stitch marker. Maybe it's easier if you slip them off the knitting needle and insert your tapestry needle through them. Now I'm going to do the same for 4 more stitches. So these are the stitches that I'm going to use for the armhole part. And now I'm going to tie the piece of scrap yarn. This is one of my armholes. I am going to do the same after I divide the stitches for the front part and the back part of the sweater. Now I will do the same for the sleeve. Here again I'm going to place on hold the same number of stitches. This is very important. You should have the same number of stitches on the body part and on the sleeve for your armhole. And now again I am going to use 4 stitches before the end of my round, and I know that this is the end because of my increases. So 4 stitches before the end of the round and 4 stitches after the end of my round. Now I have 8 stitches here and I'm tying my piece of scrap yarn. So now what I'm going to do is to count 44 stitches and get to the other place where I am going to place my stitches on hold, and I will do the same for the other sleeve, and then I'm going to join the body part and the two sleeves together. Let me show you how to do it. So on this round I am going to slip all my stitches in one pair of needles, and I'm going to use this pair for this purpose. Please make sure that the size of the needles that you are going to use is the same size with the ones that you have knitted the body part. Also, it is very important to place the side of the sleeve where you have added the increases parallel to the body part. Please make sure you do this right. And also the stitches that are on hold are parallel like this. So I will just slip all my stitches of the body part and the two sleeves on the same pair of circular needles, which is size 5 in my case. I will continue in this way until I get to the other side of the body part where I have the stitches on hold for the armpit, and there I will join the other sleeve. So please do it and I will meet you then. So here I am. I've reached the place where I'm going to join the other sleeve. This is the other sleeve. Unfortunately, I didn't have the same size needle, so I had to slip my stitches from the needle. So now I need to make sure that this part of the sleeve where my increases are is parallel to the body part, so like this, and these stitches on hold are parallel to each other. And now I'm going to continue by inserting. It would be easier if your stitches are on still on the needle. So I'm going to slip the stitches on the same needle like this. So please do it and I will meet you then. Now all my stitches are on the same pair of circular needles. There are 140 stitches in total, and this is how I end up with this number of stitches. As you remember, there were 104 stitches on the body part, but I placed 16 stitches in total on hold for the two armholes, so there are 88 stitches left from the body part, and also I had 34 stitches on each sleeve, but I also placed on hold 8 stitches on them, so I have 88 stitches left from the body part and 26 stitches on each sleeve, and this gives me 140 stitches in total. I have also divided the stitches of one part of the body in half, and I have placed a stitch marker, so there are 22 stitches on each side of the stitch marker. This is going to be the front part of my sweater, and I am going to start knitting the pattern of the evergreen sweater from here. So please watch my next video on how we knit the pattern and add the raglan decreases. Thanks for watching and bye for now. See you soon.